Just putting the foam on now. This came with my kit. Okay, for this stepper motor, it's a little tricky. Make sure your cable is routed under this stud and free of this one. And it rotates on, and then this clip goes in the front of this gap right here. So I decided to replace these O-rings before we get the housing back in. Be easier to get to. So I found the appropriate replacements, and I'm just going to put a little bit of peg oil on the rings. Now work on tightening the unit. I wouldn't over tighten these, we're dealing with plastic. Okay, now for the double pipe that connects to the expansion valve. I had a seal on it just to keep oil from dripping out while I was reinstalling. And again, this is the pipe that we put new seals on. Okay, now working on the driver's side door flap, vent flap, whatever you want to call it. So this side has the mechanism that opens and closes the doors at the top, and there's kind of a long plastic piece that comes down and connects into this square notch here. So it's a little bit more difficult to get this side in. You got to put the top on first. Now for the passenger side, this is quite a bit easier because you don't have to worry about the top piece since this mechanism is driven from the bottom. So it's just a matter of getting the top in first and then rotating the bottom so it's keyed properly. Right there. Okay, so before we put everything all back together, we want to verify that there's no leaks in our AC system. So I've got my low side hooked up, my high side to the AC manifold up here. This is running to a vacuum pump. So what I'm going to do is run the pump for a few minutes, see if we're pulling vacuum, and then check it maybe 10 minutes later and see if we have any leaks. So that's good, we're getting some vacuum going. It said it can take a couple minutes. Saw some smoke coming out of here. So the smoke went away. I think it was just smoking because it's new. So my pump's running. We're pulling really good vacuum up here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and shut off the valves now. So I'm going to close the valves, turn off my pump, and then you can see we're really good. We're at about 28. So I'm going to come back in 10 minutes and verify we're still at 28. So I'm back after about 10-15 minutes, and good news, we are still at 28. So it's safe to proceed and put everything back together. Now I'm going to also put in a new dryer, because anytime you have the AC system open for any length of time, and my length of time has been more than a year, so I'm definitely going to be replacing the dryer. So I'll be showing you how to do that once we get everything buttoned up. See you in a minute.